Okay, as stated earlier, or at least in the last video, we are going to be dealing with problems that have something in front of the x squared. In this case, it's a -3. Now, remember, the entire reason we're doing this is to convert this equation into this so you could graph it. Now, the very first step, same as always, you should probably know this, you push away the 13. You push away this number to the very right. You know, you want this out of the way. You don't want this hanging around you. No way, no siree. It's got stink lines coming out of it. You gotta stay away. And yeah, you push away that 13, so you just have to deal with these two, you know? These two numbers are more important than that 13. Now then, the next thing that you need to do is take away whatever is right in front of the x squared. So in this case, it's a -3. You want to make the x squared completely by itself so that you could actually do this process. So in order to do that, you need to take away the -3 or whatever's in front of the x squared. So you take away the -3 outside, but what you got to do, because you're also taking away from this thing, so you need to take -3 away from that. Now how you do that is just by dividing this number by -3. So in this case, it'd be 36 divided by -3 equals, and take it however long you want. In this case, it's just -12. -12 is your number. So this plus 36 changes to a plus 12. Isn't that dandy? And then again, this is the only difference. This is the only difference compared to the last problem, you know? Except this time you have a -3 on the outside that you just don't have to worry about. So, and, you know, +3, plus 13, stinky over there. Don't worry about him. He's weird. Oh, frick, hold on. Sorry, not plus 12, -12. Because remember, that's what 36 divided by -3 is. It's -12. So -12x is what that originally positive 36x turns into. Now, same as the last thing, you need to find important number. Remember, this is a big deal. You need to find out what this important number is. And always, with every problem, the way that you find the important number is by taking this middle number and finding out what plus itself equals 12. But it's much easier just to divide it by 2. So you have 12 divided by 2 equals 6. That's your special number. Big special number. Very good. Now then, you need to find your second special number, which is just by taking the 6 and multiplying it by itself. You just need to multiply it by itself, and that, in this case, is 36. Now then, what you do is that this turns into -3, because that -3 just comes down along with the rest of the equation, but it just stays on the outside, so you don't have to worry about it too much. -3 times x plus 6, x plus 6, plus 13, because that 13 also comes down. It's still pretty stinky, but you just have to deal with it. And then minus 36. You subtract whatever this special number is. You take it away from the equation. Now then, what can we glean from this? What is the next step in terms of, you know, making sure this is legitimate? And remember, it's by finding what these signs are. They could be plus or they could be negative. It could be either or. But remember, it could either be only positive or only negative. So both of them could be negative or both of them could be positive. But other than that, there's no other options. So think, if you multiply this by this and this by this, you get 6x plus 6x. Is that correct? Do we get plus 12x? No, we get negative 12x. Oh, fudge, I forgot again. Same as in the other video, you can find what these signs are just by looking at this middle number. If it's positive or negative, that's your sign. In this case, it's negative 12x, so it just turns into negative x, It's all these shortcuts that let you, go further in math, go faster in math. Just be real snappy with it, Now then, same as last video, we just simplify all of this. This negative 3 goes down as well. We don't deal with it. We just bring it along with us, We don't really have to worry about the negative 3. And then those x minus 6's combine to square, because remember, anything times itself is just squared. And then these two, what's 13 minus 36? That is 23, or negative 23, because, the negative is bigger than the positive. Boom, you have your equation. You have this thingy. But this time, you have something in front, you have an a value, something in front of the thing that's being squared. And that's the only difference, It's the only difference, and that is how you simplify equations that have, a negative 3 in front of the x squared, or just any number in front of the x squared. Now remember, you can repeat this exact same process, just with different values, different numbers. It's the same thing. And a trick they might try and throw at you is if they give you a negative x squared in front of something. Remember, this is just a negative 1. Negative 1 x squared, and you have to pull that out along with whatever's in the number next to it, because you have a question like that on your homework. So make sure you just recognize that it's just a positive 1 and or such. But other than that, we are good. Now, in my third and final video, I will be showing you how to, I'll show you some graphing stuff and how to find the x-intercepts, the domain, the range, all these stuff that you're going to need. The vertex, you probably know where the vertex is. I'll give you 2 examples of that, and we will go through it together. So, yeah.